basically.
Maybe you brought something up that I probably wasn't gonna touch upon, but if you could maybe talk a little bit about the fundraising, where you guys look to for funds, and kind of how you guys go about that.
Well, we basically all nonprofit organizations do a little bit of the same thing. They apply to the big grants like NISCA, DCA. DCA is for the city, Department of Cultural Affairs for New York, and then NISCA is the state. And then you choose like different funders according to what you do. So we're an arts and cultural organization, so we choose like fundraising organizations that are put like grant donors and everything that focus on the arts, and we try to donate. Apply for grants that way.
All right.
And we do a fundraiser. Like a lot of organizations usually do a big gala fundraiser. So ours is coming in June.
Okay.
So that's basically how we fundraise.
All right. So maybe if we can kind of get what your role is on bringing about these different exhibitions and these different programs. What's your role in the curatorial process?
So Christine is the curator with one of the directors usually. So this show was Christine and Marcos. The next show is Christine and Fernando. I catalog the submissions, but I don't really...
The direct role?
Yeah, because we get a lot of submissions. We get hundreds of submissions. So with our interns, we put them into, we catalog them, put them together. If there's artwork we have to send back or CDs we have to send back, we do that after the submission's been cataloged and digitized. So that's basically my part in the curatorial decisions, and then Christine and the directors sit down and they really think out like, what's the plan for this year? What are we going to do this year? What are we going to focus on? What's the message we want to bring out for the community? Because it's really the community responding, and we're a community-based organization, so that's the main goal.
Okay. What exactly do you guys, how do you guys go about reaching out to the community? What's your outreach? How do you go about it?
Well, we do a lot of things actually for outreach. First, we have people that always come over to Taller because they grew up here, because they love it here. It's really like their home, kind of their cultural haven. They're here for that, so they come. We have postcards that we put out on the table, and we mail out also. And we have a very active e-blast system. E-blast is basically a commercial email you send out to all your contacts. So we have like about 3,500, I believe, email contacts. So we send it out that way. And what else do we do? We have Facebook, Twitter, the usual.
Right.
So that too. And we have like a lot of followers on that. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of more generally speaking, if you could speak upon what you feel Taller Boricua provides for the community, what's its unique role for Israel?
Well, I mean, it's a very elaborate question. But I feel like Taller Boricua, like the one thing, I'm not Puerto Rican, but I really admire and study Puerto Rican culture a lot, and it's really interesting. I learned a lot when I came here actually. I didn't know that much about Puerto Rican culture beforehand, but like when you come here, even if you're not Puerto Rican, you're accepted, and it's not very common in an art-based organization or institution that you'd be accepted right away, even if you don't really know about art or you're not really that interested in art. You're more interested in poetry or music. Like this place is really a home for everyone. You come here, you feel at home. You could say what you think about the artwork, and everybody will listen to you. They'll believe, they'll have a conversation with you about it. There's no like right or wrong choice. We have like a diverse set of events and exhibits. So we have like all types of artworks. We have multimedia, We have installation art. We had these beautiful installations this year. Michael Brito, who's practicing tonight, This Little World of Mine, which will be at the kitchen next weekend, April 29th and 30th. He had a whole exhibit here and installation here that was really beautiful. So it kind of caters to a little bit of everyone. And then we have poetry events, literature events, lectures, educational lectures, and then we have Salsa Wednesday and music. And so it would cater to everyone basically who's interested in culture and the arts. We don't only do, gallery exhibitions. We focus, all our programs are very focused and detailed and everything, but we do have like a very diverse set base for everyone.
Okay.
So we could attract any type of person, I think.
How would you describe, maybe kind of shifting the focus, how would you describe what, the person that kind of comes habitually on Salsa Wednesdays, or who comes a lot to the poetry and all these other programs? What would how would that person describe Taller Boricua? And how would the average East Harlem resident describe Taller Boricua?
Maybe Taller Boricua is probably their, like I said, I think it's a cultural haven. I think it's a jewel in El Barrio. It's just somewhere you go to be entertained, to learn, to study, to learn more about your heritage and to learn more about, people, the neighborhood, to see your friends, to have like intellectual discussions with your friends. I guess that's how they would describe it, and they would consider it also, because I think that's what people come here for, to be inspired and to really like, meet the artists, meet the poets, like live in the moment.
Okay. Maybe if you could just kind of building on that, maybe just kind of flat out say what's Taller Boricua's mission for every, for your average New Yorker, for your average East Harlem resident. What does Taller Boricua set out to do for the average?
Well, Taller Boricua, our mission is really twofold. On one hand, we're a cultural and arts organization, and we promote emerging contemporary artists and established contemporary artists that have been here, and minority artists. And on the other hand, we're very socially, active, and the directors and a lot of the, community leaders that come here very often help build this neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And they help, found this building and do all these, found El Museo and Boys Harbor and the Heckscher building, apart from the Julia de Burgos. And Taller Boricua has helped so many organizations start out, any organization, I'm sure, in this neighborhood has had some contact with Taller Boricua, and for just small things as well as big things. Mm-hmm. So comparing, I guess, that to I think that's what people look for. They're very all the community members are very responsive to everything we do and to all our decisions. To the events, to everything, basically.
All right. Maybe kind of shifting that, like I had asked Christine before, shifting into the future. Where do you see the future of East Harlem as someone who works in East Harlem, spends a lot of time here? Where's the neighborhood headed? Where's Taller Boricua in that picture? Hopefully.
I hope that Taller Boricua will continue being what it is, and that, of course, the younger generations are going to come and, continue the legacy of Taller Boricua, like still believing that, everything's possible, and it's not because you're a little different that you won't be accepted, and it's not because, and continue showing minority artists, continue showing emerging artists, giving a chance to everyone, because that's really what Taller Boricua has done for so many years. They gave chances, and they helped so many people realize their dreams. So I hope that continues with our generation, and builds upon that.
All right. All right. Maybe just one last question. I mean,
Well,
you got a
I have
question? Go
something.
ahead.
You said that you're not Puerto Rican, so basically you're an outsider coming into Puerto Rican culture. How can you describe the importance of valuing a culture like Puerto Rican or Latino culture and the importance that it has to El Barrio?
Well, I think Taller Boricua is crucial. Sorry,
No.
Taller Boricua is crucial to El Barrio because it really celebrates Puerto Rican culture and makes educates Puerto Ricans about their own culture, not only like me as a non-Puerto Rican. But what I felt coming here is it's a very warm place. It's like a family. Even if you're from nobody ever saw you here or you're not Puerto Rican, it's just like by celebrating the Puerto Rican culture, you're part of the family. And that's how I feel here. That's how I think a lot of, I don't know, you guys, I don't know how you guys, I hope you guys feel that way too. It's really interesting, and it was really interesting for me to learn so much about Puerto Rican culture and to feel so, accepted and even though I'm not Puerto Rican, it's not my heritage.
Okay. Maybe kind of building on that. How would Taller Boricua kind of aid in that process of understanding for someone who's not Puerto Rican, someone who's not maybe from East Harlem? How would Taller Boricua kind of give light and help aid that understanding of what being Puerto Rican in East Harlem is all about?
Well, I think Taller Boricua defines what being Puerto Rican in East Harlem is. It's you're always learning about culture. Just this exhibit, like looking around, this is Puerto Rican in New York City, Puerto Rican in El Barrio. You go to Salsa Wednesdays. Being Puerto Rican in El Barrio, I've never been to an event like that. It's so, to me, the first time I saw it, I thought it was amazing. It's just like people in El Barrio. It doesn't matter if you really know how to dance or, you just come and you enjoy the music. It's Puerto Rican salsa. And people will not judge you if you're different. They'll just accept you because they're just celebrating their heritage, their culture, and being happy. They have Puerto Rican food that's really great. If you come to a poetry reading, you have, I don't know, Tato Raviera was here, very recently, La Gitana. You have all these great people that grew up here. It's their home, and you discover their lives and their past, and you learn so much from them.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
That was wraps up.
You're welcome.
That was great. That was really great.
Thank you. I'm sorry.